Welcome back, Warhammer Nuts. Squirrel here with the 2400 point game Lizards versus Dark Elves. Now, we're doing a modified diagonal deployment, and instead of one person setting up all at once, we alternate units. Then it's just a straight 20-0 system with bonus points for killing your opponent's largest unit, getting your largest core unit into your opponent's deployment zone, keeping all your core units alive, and killing all of their core units. Playing Lizardmen, and he wanted to try out Lore of Beasts, which he never has with this land before. I think it's pretty solid. And also two groups of terradons. So you'll see a bunch of bases. And this is the first unit. Just he had a little Easter Bunny for a Easter Bunny Croxagore for a previous event. Thought he'd pull it back out. But these are on the far left flank. Next to them, some 10 skinks with blow-up pipes. A salamander next to them. Two blocks of about 25 Saurus with hand weapon shield, I believe. Big Temple Guard unit behind that, and I think there's a hero in that leftmost block. In the swamp is another 10-man unit of skinks. There's also a level 1 Priest of Heavens in there. Salamander next to that. Skinks. Now for spells, I still have my level 1 and level 2. I got Enchanted Blades, and that seemed pretty solid, and then I got 2 sniper spells. He had Lore Master with Lore of Beasts, and also the Comet. On my left, I had put down these Dark Riders. I faced them, so if he vanguards or scouts, I can still see him. Standard behind that is my group of Harpies with the Hydra right next to him. I put the 10-man unit of crossbows to the back of the hill, so they still have a good arc of sight, and the level 2 Death Mage is with them. I have kind of a refuse center thing going on. Next to that rock, I have the Hydra, with the dragon backing that up. On the opposite side of the rock, I have the Knights, and the Harpies are behind the rock. They have the mobility to just kind of go anywhere they want. Next tonight, I have the BSB. He's out there alone. I trust in his 1+ armor save. I also want to keep him next to those Knights so they don't go stupid. Right next to the woods, I have my group of Fast Cav, and behind that, the 23 crossbow women. Now, they're up and kind of close, but they're there so they can march into his deployment zone pretty easily. Then finally, I have my level 1 Sorceress on a peg just way in the backfield, just trying to keep his scouts from pulling any shenanigans. Not to vanguard with either in case I get first turn. He vanguards his last unit of terradons way off in the corner and also scouts out. Now I can't see him there, so they might cause me trouble. He goes first, and I lose by 1. So his terradons start right off, get behind my lines, and drop rocks on those Dark Riders. Hits, 4 wounds, and I do pass the panic. The other terradons fly over the other Dark Riders and take out 4. But he's next to the BSB and within the range of the dragon. Other than that, he advances up, just looking to bear down on me. Both units of Skink Scouts come up, looking to take out that Dark Rider as well as any crossbowman they can get. Magic is 6 dice to 6, a 6 and a 1, and then I have my extra Dispel dice for the seal. He puts the Curse of Honor here on my dragon, just so I have to risk stuff if I want to march or charge. I let it go. I'm concerned, but there are other stuff I'm worried about more. Is one group of Saurus. I'm concerned, but I can't stop it. The Salamander spits a gout of fire, kills only 1 Harpy, but they're out of range of the dragon and they don't pass that leadership check. Now, since the Terradons are the closest unit, they flee away actually towards his battle line. That last Dark Rider takes a panic check, but she passes. And the other Salamander spits at my BSB, hits, doesn't get to the crossbow women, and doesn't wound. The first unit of Skink Scouts takes out that last Dark Rider. I pass my panic checks all around. And the other unit of Scouts just pick off 1 crossbow woman. The Terradons causing more trouble, pick off another crossbow woman. Here's a look before my charges. The BSB charges that Salamander, it flees, I redirect into the Skinks in the marsh. The Knights do the same, and they both make it and destroy. With the BSB out of the way, the crossbow women charge the Skink Skirmishers, they flee, they are also caught and destroyed. Now below this, my Sorceress on a Flying Tiger charges the Terradons. They elect not to flee, figuring they can handle it. My turn, I'm worried about the curse, but the dragon goes in anyway. I figure I can handle 1 wound. I don't fail the panic check, and the Hydra goes in to support. The non-fleeing Harpies just stay behind the rock, just kind of staying in reserve for when I need them. The Knight and BSB turn from their destroyed unit to look to support the Dragon and the Hydra, but those Temple Guard can see them, so I think I'm going to have to deal with a little trouble coming up. The fleeing Harpies make their rally. Just after this picture, the Hydra moves up and is looking to lay down a flame template. I get off Enchanted Blades of Albion, but it's dispelled. I get both sniper spells off on his unengaged hero, but neither of them get any wounds through. The unengaged Hydra breathes a breath of fire, and 10 Saurus fall. The Sorceress and her mount put 3 wounds on the terradons. They turn around and put 1 wound back on her. They break, flee into the woods. I follow, and I take another wound from dangerous terrain. Now I'm next to those other unit of scouts, and it's not looking good for her. The Dragon Rider get challenged out by Unit Champion. The Champion's cut down pretty quickly. The Hydra uses her breath weapon, takes out a bunch of Saurus. They're steadfast and stick. And here's just a view of the battlefield after turn 1. The Salamander that was fleeing rallies. The Saurus go into the Knights, but the BSB is just an inch out of range, so it's just the Knights, and the Champion is the one actually in contact with everyone. The other Saurus unit moves up looking to get those crossbow women, while his other unit of skirmishers goes to block the Hydra. And his other terradons just continue to run around harassing the crossbow women. Magic is 11 dice to 6, and I'm in for quite a round. He tries to power through Savage Beast in a bubble. He really wants it just on that one character fighting my dragon, but as long as he's going for the big one, might as well bubble it and get his slant some extra attacks. He throws 6 dice at it, doesn't get it irresistibly, out comes my scroll. He's still able to get a wild form off on the unit engaged with the dragon, but I'm able to spell everything else. Those Eagle-Eye Skinks take off that last wound from the Sorceress, and the Terradons drop 2 more from the crossbow women. In the dragon fight, the dragon cuts down the opposing hero, and the Hydra kills almost everyone else. They break. The Hydra elects to restrain because he doesn't want to get in the dragon's way, while the dragon overruns into the Temple Guard. Now my opponent had elected to do the dragon fight first, so that means the dragon will get to fight again this round. My opponent declines the challenge, but my Knight Champion does, and his champion accepts. We do a fight. I make my armor saves, but cut him down. The dragon, meanwhile, uses his breath weapon, and between stomps and attacks, cuts down a lot of Temple Guard. He's stubborn and sticks. In my turn, the undamaged Harpies move up, just staying in reserve some more. The Hydra goes into the Skinks just to clear him out of the way. The other Harpies take the flank of the Terradons. I'm not sure how that'll go, but it'll at least tie them up. Meanwhile, the BSB and Hydra join the Temple Guard fight, and my crossbow women move up into his deployment zone to get the bonus point. Magic is nothing significant. My crossbow women take aim at the newly rallied Salamander and take it down. After combat, he manages to take out my Knight Champion, but between the Hydra and 2 characters, I'm able to get him down to only 4 Saurus Temple Guard. In the aerial dogfight, the Harpies lose 1 and only inflict 1 wound back. I win, but he sticks. With only 4 Temple Guard left and his other main unit having no prime targets, we decide to call it there. It's a pretty solid victory to the Dark Elves, but I was able to get my Dragon and Hydra in right away, and those Knights just made a long charge that put a lot of early pressure on those Temple Guard. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.